Let's move over to some questions that our Sports Mvt online community sent through to us that they would love to ask you. We'll start off with this one from Nikki, and Nikki simply says, what motivated you to pursue your qualification in the field of sports science?
Yeah, I think that one I was also wondering, why did I do sports science? I think, but if I look at it, when you leave matric, I don't think any of us know really. There's some that I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, but some of us have no idea what we are doing. And so I think sports science was just the easy choice. It just made sense. I'm an athlete, I should do sports science. But while doing it, I think I realized you get to learn more about the mechanism of running. You get to learn just like there's sports management, there's sports psychology. There's so many different aspects that I got more insight into. And I think that's just helped me as an athlete. It helped me in my career, obviously, and just to grow. So I think at the beginning, it was just because I had no idea. But then it is also for the love of sport and just growing as a person and learning more about the sport. Yeah.
Definitely. You mentioned it earlier, and Niku is asking this specific question. He talks about your husband, Cameron. Tell us a little bit about the role that he plays in your journey.
So yeah, my husband, we've been together, I want to say this is our 11th year. So we've been dating since high school. So he has also been with me, I think, every step of my journey, from my first South African team till, well, my last one. He's just been there, and it's obviously changed in roles. It was a boyfriend, like fiance, husband, and now he's also my strength and conditioning coach. So he's very supportive, and I'm so grateful for him. I mean, I think a lot of people would have got upset with the weekends where we can't go away because I have to train, or because I have to compete, or the money that needs to go into paying for like trips or things that we could have maybe saved up and have an amazing holiday, but it can't go there. So no, he's really incredible, man.
𝗀𝗲𝗱𝗶 takes you back to 2014. She simply asks, how challenging was 2014 for you?
I'm trying to even think 2014. So I'm not really sure specifically what they are referring to in 2014. This was my second year at university. So that was to adapt. That was challenging. But there's nothing really that stands out. So I'm not sure if they could have been referring to a little later on when I struggled with my mental health. But that was a very challenging year. Just getting through it, finding myself again as a person. I think even being able to just say, like, listen, I need to take a break from athletics. I need to look after myself. And the people that stood up and helped me through it, I went home, I took a break, I got to see doctors, psychologists, and they helped me along my journey. And it's obviously not 100% better, but I'm a lot better than I am there. So if it was that year, it was a very challenging year. Yeah.
Let's specifically focus on that now that we're discussing it. Let's talk about mental health. Of course, over the last 2 to 3 years, we have seen that big topic and those headlines talking about the importance of mental health and athletes managing their mental health. Can you maybe just talk us through the challenges that athletes face, but also managing your mental health? Because unfortunately for us as the audience, we expect you to continuously perform, but you can't perform if your mental health is not up to standard.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think mental health it's now a big topic, and it's really great that people are speaking about it. But I think back in the day, it wasn't seen as important. Like if you tore a hamstring and said, I can't compete because my hamstring is torn, people just accept that. I mean, her hamstring's torn, she can't run. But if you say, like, I'm really struggling with my mental health, like, people just don't think, they don't, just push through, just be happy, you can do it. Like, it's not that important. So I think, your mental health is, for me, the most important thing. If you're not happy, or if you're struggling with something, how can you perform? If you just think, like, if you have a bad day, how can you focus and study, or how can you focus in a meeting at work? I mean, it's incredibly important. And that, for me, most athletes, I think you should have a sports psychologist from young. Those that struggle, like I struggle with competition or race anxiety, others may find it completely easy. They may love running. They may have no problem with, like, throwing up or butterflies or crying. That may not be a problem, but they maybe have a problem somewhere else. or just in general, you need to speak through what happens in your life. If you have a breakup, that's going to affect how you are on the track. If you tear your hamstring, you're going to have that lack of confidence. You need to speak about it. You need to come back. If someone breaks into your house in your home, or you have some traumatic experience, you can't just run at 100% full potential. You need to speak to somebody. Your everyday life interferes with your athletics. And I think I'm so grateful actually that people are noticing it. They're speaking about it, and they're being more open about it. So people can see it's not just happening to like, I don't know, just a normal person, that top athletes are also affected. And I think then it will allow younger athletes or children, or not children, teenagers or anybody to actually speak out if they are struggling, because they can see a top athlete struggling and they know that it's okay, that they don't have to be strong. They're allowed to cry. They're allowed to be true to who they are.
Definitely. Now, Ronaldo sent through this question, specifically focusing on 2019 when you were at the World Relays in Japan. He simply says you were part of the South African women's 4x100 meter relays at the World Relays in Japan. How did you deal with the fact that the team did not finish the race?
Yeah, I realized 4x1 is definitely not for me. It doesn't seem like it's a good luck race. But I think we were an amazing group of women there. Yes, it wasn't great. It was not nice watching the baton four lying on the floor in this beautiful stadium, everybody watching. I mean, I got shown the video so many times when I got home. So it wasn't great. But I think what was nice is we came together as a team. We mourned as a team, we were upset as a team, but no one blamed anybody. I mean, a mistake was made. We were okay. I mean, we wanted to represent our country. We wanted to do well for them. Everyone was watching, but we lost. I think we lost as champions. I don't know. We were fine. I mean, we walked off together. We were supportive. We took it as it came. I mean, I think that's great. It was great sportsmanship. It just showed the character that all of us girls had. I mean, we could have turned around and be like, it was your fault, but no one did that. We were upset together, and then we took it on together, and hopefully we learn from our mistakes as well.
Absolutely beautiful. This one comes through from JB, and JB simply talks about words of gratitude. What words of gratitude would you like to express to those that have supported you along the way?
No, I'm just so incredibly grateful. I think there's no real words to say. I mean, the people who were by the track, the phone calls, the messages, or just watching, the people that helped me with when I needed fundraising, those people, yeah, I think, or those that just were proud of me or just spoke to somebody, you know. Yeah, I'm actually lost for words on how incredible people have been along my journey. I mean, yeah, I couldn't have asked for anything better. No matter what was going on, when I was injured, winning, losing, when I needed a break, nobody, there was nothing bad said. Everybody was always on my side. And yeah, I can't stop being grateful. And I think they're also, like 𝗀𝗱𝗶𝗶, they have supported me since 2013 throughout my journey. They've helped me with my medical needs, whatever I needed, they were there. The coaches I've had along the way, the support team, my medicals. I mean, I think I'm just unbelievably grateful for everything that people have done for me.
Absolutely beautiful. Let's talk about a young lady that's looking at you saying, Justine, I would love to reach your level, aspiring to reach your level as an athlete. What would you say to this young lady?
Sure. I would say take it one step at a time. I think you believe in yourself, you've got the dream, you're willing to work hard, so you've got this. I mean, don't limit yourself. I think the possibilities are endless of what you can achieve, so just go for it. I mean, just take it one step at a time, make sure you get to that track, do every run as perfectly as you can, do your recovery as perfectly as you can, everything you can. Just focus on that one moment, and yeah, the big picture will come.
Absolutely beautiful. Justine, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us on the Sports MVT Insider. And of course, we're wishing you well with your recovery process, and we are looking forward to seeing you back on the track. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having me and giving us the platform to speak out.
You're welcome.
You're locked on to the Sport MVT Insider, a podcast for unrelenting coverage of women in sport. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I absolutely loved diving deeper into the journeys of our athletes, coaches, and administrators to get to know them a little bit better than we do. Coming up next week, we bring you another athlete, coach, or administrator, and she shares her incredible and inspiring journey with us. Keep it locked onto Sport MVT, where we celebrate women in sport.